Okay, we're back here with Walter Whitaker. This is WW, Providence Man. We are inaugurating our program today. How much do you know? We have our guest, Walter Whitaker, and we have people that are telling us the things that we don't know, the answers that we don't have. You have somebody to give you the answer. And now Walter knows who was the first congressman, right?
Yes, sir.
But a lot of people out there know too, and they didn't know.
They give the answers.
What is Southwest Bay important for?
Southwest Bay important for a lot of things. For sport, cultural things. One of the most important things, that is our horse track, Southwest Bay, on the beach. That's on this place in Providence when they race horse for many years. And anybody go from here, from anywhere to a horse race, you know they're going to Southwest Bay. Southwest Bay is also important. I believe, I don't know if you don't ever learn to play baseball in our little field there down south.
No, I started to play baseball on the field down there at Hunin.
Okay.
I mean, I started there, a little boy, and then we played our first official tournament with the high school right there too. That was in '74. And then the stadium started in '75. Okay?
Yeah. But Southwest Bay, on that little place there, all we learn to hold a bat stick there. And Southwest Bay is very important in the cultural part. Why I tell you that? Because we have the McLean family, my family that I belongs to also. The McLean family is music. And when we talk about cultural things, like our typical dancing and typical music, and when you want to hear good string music, you have to test the McLean family. One of our great musician and songster, who rest in peace, Brother Samuel Venner McLean. He was like my brother. He was also a good friend to you, Peter, no?
We played baseball together, you know that.
That's right.
And in Southwest Bay.
And in Southwest Bay.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, so also in the dancing part, Peter, you have a lot of people who used to dance and teach typical dancing in Southwest Bay. Right now, actively, we have Mr. Wilbert Livingston. He teaching dancing there. We used to have some old people who used to dance and teach young people like Miss Dorothy that passed away, Doro.
So what you're talking about, these guys are learning champeta and reggaeton? What?
Chatis, polka, mazolka, pasillo, quadrille, or typical dancing. We don't got nothing to do with champeta and them.
Hear that, so I could imagine anything.
We don't got nothing to do with that. Typical things. Also, we had Mr. Nicanor Howard, who passed away. They used to travel a lot. And Mr. Yulid, people that passed away who used to got to do with the typical music. One of the best maraca man I see in my life was Mr. Yulid Livingston.
But we have more musicians coming from behind, Walter.
Well, little behind them, we had Mr. Lario. Lario Henry used to play what we call the violin, the fiddle. Yeah. You had Uncle Bola, Castibola McLean.
But right now we have musicians in Southwest Bay, like all these young boys, the Robinson brothers and Robinson McLean. They are. You're talking about Carreño and these boys?
No, them is not Robinson McLean. Them is Robinson Martinez. But they play music with the typical music. What happened? Chemisto come down here and playing down here. But Nando still in Providence. We have Shaggy there. We have the typical music same way. And a lot of these young boys now is by they have Miss Silaya, Tom Silaya's music school up there. A lot of these young boys playing mandolin, playing typical music. One of Nicanor's grandson, that is a Patiad son, we have with one of Miss Aldari grandson. The boy play mandolin and they playing typical music. Mr. Willie B also, they teach some of the boys them to play music. And we have Orlando McLean still teaching typical music there. So we know I lost our culture.
So the culture is keeping up?
Yeah, the culture is keeping up there.
In Southwest Bay?
Southwest Bay, Rocky Pine, also Batham House, right around the land, Lazy Hill. What Elkin is doing for me is a lot of or backroots culture because you notice Elkin, him don't deal with much electronic instrument. And the man sing our mentor. The man doing well. And him having Toby, having Jawbone and those things. So that is part of our typical things. Southwest Bay also is important when you talk about making the big typical dish them. You remember when they got the horse race, you go, every little spot you get, you have to eat a crab patty or they got to run down the cell or something like that. Southwest Bay is very important in that line too, and the gastronomic.
But Southwest Bay in the sport, we're talking about sport like horse race, baseball also.
Baseball right now, they have softball, Southwest Bay. One of the things with Southwest Bay, first time never used to take out basketball team, Southwest Bay taking out basketball team now. They're in Providence. Yeah. And that is wonderful to deliver our sport. They have to develop all the sport.
Walter, who was Francisco Newball?
Francisco Newball. Well, I know this street behind me there, they said they give name after him. Yeah. To me, Francisco.
How you are? 2 strikes?
1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, Francisco Newball, to me, was the final line was the first intendant we have here.
The first raizal intendant?
Raizal intendant, to me, was Francisco Newball. I know it was a prominent...
Francisco Newball is famous for doing some kind of political work with Colombia. You know what is that? Concerning the island.
Well, Francisco Newball, I think he is who fight for the raizal rights, never feel them take away all our land or something like that.
Boy, I think you are struck out.
Tell me what is that?
Now, Francisco Newball was the one who worked on San Andres and Providence turning to Intendencia.
To Intendencia.
Yeah.
First was what?
But he has some more on his. He has some more things. Okay. Yeah. Walter, where would it be better to live? Manchaneel Hill or down the bottom in Southwest Bay?
Right now, I'd rather Manchaneel Hill.
Of course.
Wow.
Okay, so what I want to show you and the people out there is that some of these things that we think modernizes us, it really, it took us out of our habitat. It was not that good for us. Because indeed what happened with the electric light in Walter's sense, who knows Manchaneel Hill, knows that they moved from Manchaneel Hill because they were looking for the electricity. Because there was electricity and then the needs started to be created and then the family stopped living there. But now people would say, well, I would want to get the electricity up there, or I'd even go back and live there with lantern and your back light. I don't know.
Well, my brother, Manku had a ranch up there still. Manku don't come out of the system. Although he lived on Manchaneel Bay now. But one of the problems Manchaneel Hill wasn't the electric light for we, Peter. The problem was the difficulty to get out from up there if you have an emergency in the night and we have track road, and when rainy time, you had difficulties to get out from there. So the family say were thinking, and maybe you could have an emergency, they move from there. But not the electric light was the least. Because you remember them time they used to ration the light so much till you never know if you got light or not have light. Yeah, because right now a lot of them boy like Cell and them boy who descend from there, because well, you know Cell is a McLean also. Cell all the time tell me, boy, if we just get a little road where you can even ride a motor go up there, we'll go and build a house right in Manchaneel Hill right now.
I'll use Cell is who?
Cell is brother Sylvester Venner McLean. That is Samuel Venner McLean brother. Cell also a great baseball player. He had one of the deepest in shoot as a pitcher.
But tell me something. We're talking about Providence also, and we're talking we're talking about music. And what about Mr. Thomas Taylor?
Thomas Taylor. tall man. Mr. Thomas Taylor was from Bottom House. That Mr. Jimmy Taylor, them father, Jimmy Jones, and Uri Taylor grandfather, Mr. Thomas Taylor. But he was a great violin player also. He used to be around Archbold, then carry him go play music in Colombia. He used to around Providence playing music. But him didn't be like Uncle Bola. Uncle Bola had a system when him playing anywhere and they said Thomas Taylor come in, him stop. So when they asked him, what happened, partner, why you stop? He said Thomas Taylor want a scab. So, but there was friend also, there was people who used to keep up any party because them man, I don't know where they used to get them energy from, but them used to sit down and play violin the whole night there and people dancing and going around. I don't know if you remember Mr. Cappy from Smoothwater Bay. Cappy every year, him used to make a party every year, but him no make party with music box. Him used to care typical music for play for him party, and for him real song was Mind Your Cocoa Tonight. For you get the him ask you to play that. Say Alvan boy, Mind Your Cocoa Tonight.
You remember his name?
Hilton.
Hilton
Robinson,
right?
yeah, mister.
Okay. You remember that he once became a councillor or deputy?
I think for one day.
No. He was the suplente for who? Rosales?
Mr. Rosales. Rosales come to be intendant or something, and Capi had to take over to be. That time they used to be, they had to be a councilman, but for the intendencia.
Yeah. And you remember what he was famous for? Being a councilman?
Capi?
Yeah. Watch out, because that one now is. Pitch is coming, kicks and fire. What was Capi famous for as a councilman?
Well, Capi is famous for a lot of things, but as a councilman, I don't remember if you don't take off a little white hat when he used to wear or something. Well, Capi, no, I didn't follow up Capi history, but I know him become a councilman. And when Capi became a councilman, I think who do I be the alcalde was Florentino. You remember one time, Rosales, I put Florentino as alcalde in Providence.
Okay, we have, in this program, we also have the youth that we are finding out how much they know. We have a section with them where we're asking them questions, getting their answers, and they are learning and teaching along, just with our guests and with the adult people that are giving us the real answers for the things that we don't know. And also the kids are in a drill with this. So we're going to see a part of what the kids are doing. And when we come back, I'm going to tell you what is the very important thing, or the very thing that happened when Capi, Mr. Hilton Robinson, became a councilman here in San Andres. The Clarence Lynn Newball McLaughlin Hospital is located in the section by the name of Angelo. Needs a memory RAM. Elian. Abelardo is rubbing up his hand, hatting up. You going good? You can take a little chance and.
Hooker. Located Hooker BA.
Huh?
Hooker.
Define
Hooker
what
BA.
it is.
The
What
Hooker
it
BA.
is. Define.
The hospital was
Yes,
located.
say.
Is the Hooker at the Hooker BA?
Hooker Bay, that's right. Why you guys are so shy?